Hello, welcome, Miss Tina Turner. What an interesting woman. Tina Turner, born Anna Mae Bullock on November 26, 1939, is an American singer, songwriter, actress, and author. She is widely regarded as the queen of rock and roll and has achieved remarkable success and overcome numerous challenges throughout her life. Tina Turner's early life was marked by difficult circumstances. She was born in Nutbush, Tennessee, and raised in a family of sharecroppers. Her parents separated when she was very young, and she and her sister was raised by her grandmother. Despite financial hardships, Tina discovered her passion for music at a young age and began singing in church choirs and local talent shows. According to the movie, Tina never really felt like her mother loved her because her mother left her and her sister to be raised by her grandmother, but the mother actually came back to get the sister, but she left Tina. And Tina, asked her mother, why did she do that? And her mother said it was because Tina was too young, but Tina was only a year younger than her sister. So, even when Tina went to live with her mother, which was after her grandmother died, she never really felt love from her mother. Her mother pretty much told her that she had to work and pull her own weight and that she really wasn't going to take care of her. In her late teens, Tina moved to St. Louis, Missouri, where she met Ike Turner, a musician and band leader. They formed a musical and personal partnership, and Tina joined Ike's band, which later became known as the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. They gained popularity performing a mix of R&B, soul, and rock and roll, and Tina's electrifying stage presence and powerful vocals quickly captured attention. Okay, so story time. When Ike and Tina first met, they were with different people. Tina was actually dating a member of Ike's band, and she had a child with him when she was 18. Okay, so here's a photo, Tina Turner with her oldest son, Raymond Craig, on the right, and that's a picture of his father on the left, which is the ex-member of Ike's band. Interesting. Now, see, they left that part out of the movie because, Tina did have some influence over what was put in the movie and what was left out because she did, train Angela Bassett to portray her. So, yeah, I'm thinking that's probably why that was kept out of the movie, but hey. However, Tina's relationship with Ike Turner was tumultuous and abusive. She endured years of physical and emotional abuse before finally finding the courage to leave him in 1976. After their separation, Tina struggled to rebuild her career and life. She filed for bankruptcy, faced legal battles, and dealt with personal setbacks. Okay, so before Tina got with Ike, she knew exactly how he was. She knew he was a drug-addicted womanizer. And, because earlier I said when they first met, they didn't get together right away because Tina was actually dating one of his band members, and he was with somebody else as well. And in an interview, he said that Tina knew exactly how he was and what he liked. And in the interview, he said that Tina would even go out and score pharmaceuticals for him, if you know what I mean, as well as women, which she denied. Okay, so in the interview, Tina did admit that she did know that he was a pharmaceutical addict as well as a womanizer, and she knew that he had relationships with other women in the band and other women around the band. Pretty much he just did whatever he wanted. And she knew that, but she did denied actually going out and getting women for him, and she also denied scoring pharmaceuticals for him. But she did admit that she was aware that he had relationships with other women, and she was actually friendly with the other women. Like, you know, she didn't try to fight them or nothing like that like most women do. And, you know, I asked myself, well, why did she get involved with him when she knew how he was? But, you know, thinking back, you know, she was young. I know what it's like to be young and naive. And, you know, a lot of time women feel like, oh, you know, he treats those women like crap, but he's gonna treat me better. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of women are guilty of doing that. So Ike, in fact, denied brutally beating Tina. He did admit to occasionally putting hands on her, but, you know, he said he wasn't half as bad as the movie portrayed him to be. You know, he said he wasn't the monster that the movie portrayed him to be. He said that Tina never had any bruises on her, so how could he possibly have treated her that way if she's always on stage and, you know, you never see any bruises on her? And I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like, you know, wow, if he really was that bad, then how is it that when you see her on stage or you see her in interviews, this woman looks absolutely amazing? Like, how is that even possible? But yeah, that's kind of strange to me. And I am in no way, shape, or form saying that Ike didn't do it. Obviously, he did. They had witnesses. But, you know, I just find it odd that there are no photos of her with black eyes or, you know, just bruised up and swollen and stuff like that. But, yeah. Okay, so Tina left Ike in 1976, and when she left him, she called her mother and asked her mother if she can move in with her, and her mother told her no, despite the fact that Tina actually brought her mother her home, which is insane. Like, how heartless can you be? Like, you already abandoned your child. She grows up, becomes this superstar, buys you a home, and asks you for help, and you tell her no. Some mothers are just downright horrible. There's just no other words for it. Okay, so when Tina left Ike, she was broke and homeless. She reached out to her mother for help. Her mother wouldn't help her. So she went to live with a friend of hers, which is an ex-band member. Not the ex that she had the baby with, but a female. And that friend actually introduced her to Buddhism. Tina actually credits Buddhism as the source that gave her the strength to leave Ike.
And hidden away on the second floor, a Buddhist shrine. This born Baptist credits Buddhism with giving her the strength that she needed to get through the rough times.
So Tina was born into a Baptist family. She grew up Baptist, but she eventually changed her religion to Buddhism, which I can identify with that. I was also born into a Baptist family, but I do, there's a lot of things in Buddhism that resonates with me, so I can understand that. In the 1980s, Tina experienced a remarkable comeback. She embarked on a solo career and released her album, Private Dancer, in 1984, which became a massive success. The album included hits like What's Love Got to Do With It and Private Dancer, and earned her multiple Grammy Awards. Tina's powerful voice, dynamic performances, and unique style helped solidify her status as an iconic figure in the music industry. Throughout the following decades, Tina continued to release successful albums such as Break Every Rule in 1986 and Foreign Affair in 1989. She embarked on several highly acclaimed concert tours, mesmerizing audiences worldwide with her energy and stage presence. Tina's success extended beyond music, as she also ventured into acting, starring in films like Mad Max Beyond Thunderstorm in 1985 alongside Mel Gibson. I did not know Tina starred in movies. The only movie I knew of was, What's Love Got to Do with It? But I must go back and watch those movies. She's also an author. I didn't know that either. So that's why I like doing these videos. You learn a lot about people that you kind of thought you knew. You know what I mean? Yes. You definitely get a reality check when you do your research on people and you realize you really don't know these people. You feel like you know them because you know their story, you know their characters, but yeah, it's funny. And let me say, you know their story, but you don't know the whole story. Actually, you don't know half the story. I also didn't know that Tina was this gorgeous. I mean, this woman is absolutely beautiful. Right here, she reminds me of Pam Grier. She's definitely giving me Pam Grier energy. I never noticed that before, but yeah. And those legs, oh my goodness. My grandmother used to talk about Tina Turner's legs all the time, but I didn't really get it. I got introduced to her in her older years, but now that I'm seeing all these older clips of her, this woman is fine, and those legs are to die for. Yes, Tina Turner was definitely the it girl. She had style, she had grace, she had talent. I mean, she was charming in her interviews. She was definitely, that chick. I understand why my grandmother raved about her so much. She feels the same way about her as I feel about Beyonce. Tina was definitely the Beyonce of her day. Beyonce says that Tina was a huge inspiration to her. And I can see why. I can see a lot of the career moves that she has made. I see the similarities. The only thing Beyonce hasn't done is become an author, but maybe that's on her to-do list. In the late 1990s, Tina announced her semi-retirement from the music industry, but made occasional appearances and collaborations. Her achievements were celebrated in 2005 when she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Additionally, in 2018, a musical titled Tina, the Tina Turner musical, premiered in London, mimicking her life and her career. Tina Turner's life story is not only defined by her professional success, but also by her resilience and strength in overcoming personal challenges. She became an inspiration to many for her ability to rebuild her life, find happiness, and maintain a positive outlook. Today, Tina Turner's influence on music and her status as a cultural icon continue to resonate, making her an enduring legend in the world of entertainment. Tina is definitely an inspiration to many, especially when it comes to rebuilding your life and having a rough start. She is an example of it doesn't matter how you start, it only matters how you finish. Here's a fun fact about Tina.
For her distinctive wigs, she says she's always handcrafted them.
Yes, you guys, she handcrafted her own wigs. Of course she did. because she's Tina. Of course, in this interview, they asked Tina, so what does love have to do with it anyway? And this was her response.
For me, everything. Love is everything.
Tina Turner found true love with her second husband, Erwin Beck. Tina Turner's second husband was the love of her life, who even gave her his kidney in 2017 to save her life. It is with Beck, an executive with the European record label EMI, that Tina found true love following her abusive first marriage. He was never intimidated by her fame, talent, or success, and was a constant by her side. I don't know if this is true or not, but they say that Tina Turner seduced her second husband, Erwin Beck, by telling him to make love to her next time he was in the US. I don't know. She seemed like she would do something like that though. But it's funny. In the next clip, Tina talks about how she received her happiness on the back end of her life.
So that means that most of my hardships came while I was young and growing up. And in the last days, when normally people suffer from old age and sickness, my happiness came. I'm really thoroughly happy.
Tina Turner revealed the secret to a life well lived weeks before her death. The Queen of Rock and Roll, who died May 24th at age 83, told British Vogue about how she managed to live fully despite all the hardships she had to endure. And she died on May 24th, and that's my wedding anniversary, you guys. I hate that for me. Oh, that sucks. But rest in peace, Queen. What does well-lived mean? Tina replied to the question, going on to explain, my life has been full but with lots of sad times that I now forgive and strive to forget. Maybe that's the answer, to keep moving forward, to let go and aim to fill your life with love, she added. That is where I am now, and I am grateful. And this concludes my video. I would like to thank Miss Tina Turner for inspiring us all. Rest in peace, Queen.